Hi, this is Ujjwal Kumar. This is my lab experiment number 6. So in this experiment we have to use the concept of JavaScript and the JavaScript function. So in this experiment what we are supposed to do, we are given 6 questions, and in all the questions we have to use the JavaScript for uh, making the web page, like application based web page. So first question we have is digital clock. So you know what is digital clock? That we have to just simply display the time. So if you see here, I have written the code for the digital clock. So it's simple. We have inside the body tag we have a script. So what is this script does? It's contain one function that is display. So in display what we are getting, we are first creating a date variable with name d, and we have a variable h, m or s. It will get the hour, minute and seconds. So where h equal to d dot get hours will return the hours, and where m equal to d dot get minutes will return the minutes, and where d dot get second will return the second. So here what we are doing, we are checking here if h greater than 12, so it will be pm, if else it will be am. And after that document dot get element by time, it overwriting the time, so it will return time in this format h plus m plus. We are concatenating all these things and we will get the value. And after that we are calling set timeout function. So set timeout function will call display after every 1 second. And here if you see body on load equal to display, so it's whenever the web page will open, the display function will be automatically get executed. So here we go, we have this code. If you see here, it directly get uploaded, and this is the time we are getting now. And after every 1 second this time is overwriting. So this is all about the question number 1. And if you look at the question number 2, what we have a question for writing JavaScript code to change background color for every 30 seconds. So it's a dynamic background. So dynamic background, so we have to just select the RGB value. So we have red, blue, green, and after that we return certain value color equal to RGB. So we are getting the value math.floor, math.random. So it will just generate a random number below the range of 255, and below, and all are the random function. So if you see my code here, you will see here in the experiment of second what I have done, just the same thing, body onload equal to set background color. So whenever the web page will open, on background color will be called, a function will be called, and after that we are getting the red, blue, green, all the value, all are random value. So every time color will be selected on the basis of random value we get, and every time new color will be produced. After that what we are doing, document.body.style background, it is useful for setting the background. So this is getting the color. And after that document.get element by id, and dot inner element html equal to color, so color id. So if you see, we have color id in the background, so it will override the color id. And here we have color id, so every time in background color will be changed. And we have called the set timeout function, so it will be called repeated after 2 seconds. So if you see the code here, you will see here the color is changing every time, and here you can see that RGB value is changing. So on the basis of RGB value we are changing the background. And after that what we have third question. In third question what we are supposed to do, we have to create a event listener handler that will increase the font size when a mouse. So this program is also simple, just we have to use the function on mouse over. So whenever the on mouse over will be called, increase size, on mouse out, decrease size. So we have to create two functions, increase size and decrease size. So if you see here, the same thing what we done, we have two function, increase size. So document dot get element by id dot style, so it's css property, that's why we are using dot style, and font size is increasing. So after that we are just overwriting the inner html value. And in decrease size what we are doing, we are just decreasing the font size to 18 pixels. So initially it was some certain value, initial value is still 1.0 something, and after that we when we move it's 28 pixels, and when we move out it's 18 pixels. So this is how it's working. If you see here, if you see here, you will see font size is getting increased, and if you move out it getting decreased. So it's a mouse moving function in this mouse move out function. And experiment number 4, what we are supposed to do, in we have to write a JavaScript code to move absolute position. So it's simple, we have to move the car image. So how can we move the car image? Just simply we have to increase the left margin. So here we are increasing the left margin. So let's see how we are doing. First we are having two buttons. So one button is start and the other button is stop. So whenever on click, uh, whenever it will be clicked, it will call the start function. So we have certain values for the start function, and equal to n plus 2. So object dot style margin will be set. So is CSS property, that's why we are using style here, and margin is set. So plus n plus pixel. So every time left margin is getting increased, and in HTML it's overwriting. And if you see here, x equal to set timeout start comma 50. So what it's doing, it's calling the set timeout function after every 50 second. So after 50 second, start function is automatically getting called, and after that we have stop function. So x value is getting just null, and we have to use the clear timeout x. So this is how we are this is all about the coding part. You see the demonstration what we have here. We have car, its side interval is 2 seconds, so it's moving at 2 second speed, and we have a stop button. So everything getting in null and initialize, and this is all about this image. And after that, finally we have fifth question. In this fifth question is simple, just we have to create the array of the student. So in array of the student we have to just store their register number and their date of birth. So we have to display the student who born after 2000, and we have to display the name of the student who born after before 2000. So if you see here, just we have to create the array. So how we'll going to create array in JavaScript? Just simple, what we are supposed to do, we have to just declare one variable var equal to student, then square bracket, and after that we have to find name, register number, and year of birth. So this is the detail of the first student, and then second student, and then third student, and then fourth student. So how we are going to access this array? Just we have to move with the help of for loop. So for var I equal to 0, I is the variable, then I will go just till the length of the array, and every time I is getting increased. So here is the condition that what I told just now. And after that we have document dot get element by id. So tag, so in tag we are just printing register number and name of the student every time. So if student year of birth less than 2000, we are printing in year 1, and if it's greater than 2000 we are printing in year 2 tag. So if you see year 1 and year 2 tag, just if you go up you will see we have two tag, year 1 and year 2. So with the help of this we are moving and we are printing the thing. So student I is the index value dot name. So first what you are doing, we are just initializing everything, and we are printing the student detail, and we are just printing the name of the student dot name, and here also we are just printing dot name, and this is concatenation, and here we are just printing the register number and name. So this is how it's working. If you see the demonstration part, you will find this is like student register number is 001, so less than 2000, so it's getting student 3, and more than 2000 student 1, 2 or 4. So here if you go also, you will see we are just printing the student name. So this is how we will assess the property of the first student. Suppose this I value is 1, so we will get the name of the first student, and if its value is 2, we will get the value of the name as student 2. So and this is all about scripting. And so if you see the final part, you will get all the detail, and this one is the heading. That's you have seen the that tag, year 1 tag.